Good evening. Welcome to Rutgers Camden.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good evening and welcome to the Rutgers Camden Community Park here as we've got a marquee matchup at the beginning of the year, and there's nothing like a nationally ranked matchup in your first game of the season, but here we are. It is the RCSJ Roadrunners and the Camden County Cougars, the 7th and 8th ranked national teams respectively. And for Region 19, having two teams in the top 10 is impressive enough, but you got to remember that these two teams are coming off of one of their best historic seasons in program history. RCSJ went 14-4 last year, and Camden County went 12-2, both of them making the region winning their respective tournaments. But, you know, it should be noted that these two teams combined for 6 losses last year, and that's combined. These teams have had good years and bad years, but certainly we're entering the 2024 fall campaign on a high note for both of these programs. And of course, for our first game covering RCSJ athletics as a student, it's a little bit of a different personal journey for me, but we're glad to be along for the ride here up in the booth at the Rutgers Camden Community Park. So we'll have starting lineups and everything else that you need to know beforehand just in a moment after this break. They just did the coin toss and they just figured that everything up there. So we're going to take a quick break and then we will be right back with starting lineups and more right here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. All right. I made sure to make mine quick. And there's both teams lining themselves up. Camden County on the left in the white with the navy blue numbers. RCSJ in the black with the blue numbers, yellow accents, getting set for Region 19 play here from the beautiful Rutgers Camden Community Park.
Good evening.
With the Ben Franklin Bridge
Camden
in the background.
Region 19 Garden State Athletic Conference soccer match between Rowan College of South Jersey Roadrunners and the Camden County Cougars. Now for the starting lineup of RCSJ. Number 6, Jared Angel. Number 10, Angel Palazzo. Number 16, Paul Flanagan. Number 13, Lucas Frick.
Slow down, just a little bit. You're good, you're good.
Number 12, Noah Heights. Number 17, Matt Lilia. Number 8, Tyler Lowe. Number 25, Jeffrey Mesley. Number 1, Colin Peters. Number 19, Robert Prulinski. Number 15, Charlie Steele. And now for Camden County. We have number 1, Lucas Hibbles. Number 5, Louis DeFrash. Number 4, Bono Wehoven. Number 2, Romeo.
Nope, turn it back. You might hit the button. It's okay. Okay. No, you're fine. Anything else?
They're just having a mic issue here, introducing the Camden County starting lineups. You just heard our CSJs here. But here, just a minute past 7 here at the Rutgers Camden Community Park. And it appears that might have been an electrical issue with the microphone. But
Issues with the mic. The sound system issues. Go ahead, play. Coaches, issues with the
Number
with the
2,
system.
Romeo
There we go.
DeStefano.
There we go. There we go.
well,
Number
they were just about to
24,
say
Lucas
truncate the
Jabari
lineups,
Alonzo.
but we got the mic working
Number
again.
21, Morris Stotler. Number 12, Ellis Hurt. Number 8, Genta Arano. Number 10, Flavio Balaki. Number 25, Old Anders Denfeld. And number 6, Dmitry Levinsky.
Nice job.
Please rise to play the national anthem.
All right, it's going to be interesting. Really good. Nice job. Nice job. That's not easy. come up here and do the
All right, well, national anthem is done. Starting lineups have been introduced, and we're ready to play 90 minutes of Region 19 men's soccer here from the Rutgers Camden Community Park. I'm Dan Wilkins here with my producer, Ben Nicholas, here from Sterling High, as we've got a tough matchup between two top 10 nationally ranked programs in the nation. And these guys are going to be out for a dogfight. Camden County College has historically been the better team in this matchup, but if there's any year for RCSJ to be the team to do it, this might be the year. 14-4 last year, Camden County 12-2-2. As we said in the pregame, 6 combined losses between these two teams. Not an easy fight by any means, but they will talk it over with their guys. Cameron Kristen, the head coach for Camden County, and Coach George leading the way for RCSJ as well. So you're watching coverage of Region 19 soccer here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. And before we go, let's take a look at the new kids on the block, the incoming freshmen for RCSJ and the high schools that they brought home. This is a Linenwald heavy roster. You've got 3 former Lions on there. Brandon Martinelli, the goalie, not starting tonight, but he is one of the 3 on the roster. And then you've also got Jermaine Okeke and Emilio Hernandez as well. You've got a couple of Williamstown guys, a couple of Washington Township guys, and Dylan Kodama, who comes all the way 3,000 miles out, all the way over in Manhattan Beach, California. So, new scoreboard on the bottom of the screen, new graphics package for all to enjoy. And we'll be ready to go as soon as the whistle blows. 45 minutes in the first half here between Camden County. And we are underway here in Rutgers, Camden. Already a breakaway on the first possession of the night by the Roadrunners. Headed towards the far corner. And that'll already be in the hands of the goalie in red. That'll be Lucas Hebos. As we said, Camden County, historically the better team in this matchup. They have won each of the last 10 appearances between these two teams, with a handful of them being played right here at Rutgers Camden. That one's going to be stopped. A collision and a foul. That was number 15, Charlie Scheel, on that one, who made contact. And now sending it in will be sophomore number 8, Tyler Lowe. Sends this one far to the left, gets a header off of the Cougars, and it goes out of play. A nice warm summer evening tonight here from Camden, here on the eve of, well, I guess you could say the final dwindling days of summer, as school for RCSJ starts next week, starts tomorrow for Camden County, as this will be a corner for the Roadrunners, their first of the night. Coming in from Lowe, gets a good angle on it, but it will run parallel, head to the far corner. And that'll go back into the RC possession there, and they're going to say that one was just a hair out of bounds. 85 degrees here in Camden, although it certainly doesn't feel like it with a little bit of wind blowing in. Wind blowing to the southwest at 4 miles per hour here. Some storms to the north, but it shouldn't affect us until well into the overnight, as Charlie has a bit of trouble with that one, already attacking the RC side of the goal. Passes it over to Flavio Boccacci, and that goes out of play. Just getting started if you're just joining us here from Camden. Goal kick for the Roadrunners. Just shy of midfield, hits off the head, and goes over towards number 12, Elias Hurt. Sends this back to his goalie. Off the kick by Romeo De Stefano. Goes over to number 24, Luca DiBari Alonso. Heads into the corner, takes a shot, and it goes out of play. A good battle there back and forth between Charlie Shield, who's a name we're going to hear a lot of this week, and also a name we've already heard a lot in the first 3.5 minutes tonight. But along with him, good battle there with Boccacci there to take that ball into the corner and, you know, force a kind of unpleasant situation. But we'll see how he works this. Camden County's number 25, that being Ole Anders Themsfelt, who will send this one away from the corner. That's up, and it's in. That's a goal, Camden County. And they already get it started here 4 minutes in on the corner by Themsfelt. And that's how this game begins, on a very early corner kick goal, 1-0 Camden County.
Go all the way around.
Sent back by P.J. Flanagan, the former Deptford Spartan, who we covered a couple times last year in the high school soccer campaign. A shoulder coming in from Boccacci. As we were talking about, you know, this is the kind of reality that exists with community college soccer, is that you're basically replacing half of your roster every year. And that's what we had with our new kids on the block panel there. Going down for a second was sophomore Robert Pionkowski. But nothing major there, as this will be a free kick sent away by number 8, Tyler Lowe. Lowe gets a good ball on that one, headed straight for the hands of number 1, Lucas Hebos. A collision there in the box.
Even if somebody gets hurt, they'll tell you.
And he'll send that one back out to Alfie Irving. Or excuse me, that's back to 25, Themsfelt, who scored that first goal in minute number 4. Liner towards the sideline by number 5, Louis Dufresque. And that ball went into the street back behind us. I mean, you've got to have some serious power on that ball to hit it out onto the street. You've got the sideline, and you've also got a giant 8-lane track, and then you've got another 20 feet of grass. That's almost impressive, hitting the ball into the street. But if you're just joining us, you're watching coverage of Region 19 soccer here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Camden County leads 1-0.
Get your breath back.
This one goes over towards the side. Taken initiative by De Stefano. Goes back to Dufresque. And Dufresque sends it to the left. Goes all the way to the side here for number 4. That being Bono Winhoven. Back to De Stefano. And that one gets sent away. And that one almost went back on the Delaware Avenue. So they're losing soccer balls left and right here. But this will be sent out by the goalie Colin Peters, one of the 3 goalies on the roster, the other 2 on the sideline there. Former Colonial Conference foes, now turned friends on the field. That being freshman Kevin Wall, who was a leading scorer out of Gloucester High. Covered him many a times, considering he's a 3-sport athlete over there, or was a 3-sport athlete. Also was a basketball guard, and also a baseball outfielder who helped win Gloucester their first sectional championship since 1974. On the 50-year anniversary as well. And then along with him as well, Brandon Martinelli, one of 3 Lindenwold freshmen to be joining the Roadrunners this fall, along with Jermaine Okeke and another multi-sport athlete, Emilio Hernandez. That one gets sent away. That one's up. Heads out onto the sideline. DeStefano gets this one towards the short sideline for number 12, that being Elias Hurt again. Back over to Bocacci, and a collision there involving number 8, that being Genta Iritono. That one hits off the chest of Dmitry Lekishvili. And that one goes in off the thigh of Alonzo. Back to DeFrake. Sends that one in the corner on a line and behind the goal. And behind Colin Peters. So just a hair over 10 minutes into this one, Camden County got an early goal on the corner by Ole Themsveld. And they lead 1-0. That has been the only score of the evening so far. Here under the lights from the Rutgers Camden Community Park. One of the most beautiful complexes in all of collegiate sports. It has been used as such a vibrant multi-use complex since it opened about 5 years ago. Obviously behind us in the background is the view of the Ben Franklin Bridge with Philly and the Delaware River to our left, the Camden Aquarium and the Tweeter Center, or not the Tweeter Center, Freedom Mortgage Pavilion behind us. I mean, really just a vibrant area that they have built up here in Camden for so long, you know, trying to knock out what was a very negative reputation of the city, and now they're rebuilding it and revitalizing it for community use, and it's surely gotten its fair share of use. I think that the Rutgers Camden baseball field, also in front of your screen, is probably one of the most common landing spots for us for a game. You know, the Camden County tournaments there, a lot of summer league teams, especially in the Tri-County League, call them home, travel tournaments. It is the de facto picturesque facility to use, maybe outside of Alcyon Park or like a Laurel Acres in Mount Laurel or whatever facilities down in Gloucester Township. You know, if you want something that has that, you know, has the nice aura under the lights, they're definitely high on the list for the entire state of New Jersey. That one goes into no man's land, and Hebos way out there. He'll send this one away to the man one number up on him, DeStefano. Heads out towards Hurt. Plays this one well. Straight in the middle, gets blocked. Gets a deflection from the side, and it goes easily to Colin Peters, who will send this one away. Remember, in college, I know some of our DWB viewers are familiar with the 40-40 format in high school soccer, but we do play 45-minute halves here. He goes for a tumble, number 19, that being Robert Pionkowski again, the sophomore. RCSJ with one of their best men's soccer programs in history last year with a 14-4-2 record, only losing in the regional quarterfinals in Gastonia, North Carolina, on penalty kicks. And what was a 0-0 game, you know, both of these teams had one of their most historically good and successful seasons last year, but then they come to a head here. And how about this to open the season? You know, this is battle-tested through and through on your opening night. Now, the women's soccer team, they played Hartford down in Maryland, and they lost that game 3-0. But for both these men's programs, this is their opening game of the season. You know, this is your first challenge. This is your first test. and you get to do it on a big stage. Great crowd on hand tonight, filling up the grandstands on the far sideline. Hurt passes over to DeBarry Alonso. Gets through two guys there. Flanagan sets the block, and it goes to the left. Past Peters, or actually to his right. And it looks like RCGC is going to get ready for a sub here, and they will.
Do I stop it?
Did the referee do this?
They're going to bring in the sophomore Brennan Wheeler.
Watch the referee.
And they will take out Pionkowski, who's definitely made a name for himself in this first half. So Peters will send this one away. That one's up, gets knocked down. Camden County leads 1-0 here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. This broadcast is brought to you by our good friends over at Harper Driving School. Over 95% of students pass their New Jersey State driving test on their first attempt with Harper's. If you like those odds, book an appointment today at Suite 4 of the Total Turf Complex in Pittman, right off of Lambs Road. Over to the left side. Passes right over the middle to Lekashvili. Big hit there, two big hits. And trying to battle into the corner, he gets cut off. That'll go out of play for Peters here. Flanagan heavy on the charge there. Again, another starting freshman here out of Deptford High. Peters sends this one away. Not exactly the most distance on the kick, but we've got a big tangle and a foul. That'll be against Camden County. And Flanagan, with that ever classic man bun, will send this one away on the free kick. Gets this one way up in the air. Had great distance on that one, and it gets sent away. Interesting thing that Camden County's doing on the sideline, they had some sort of conditioning workout that they were doing. If you can see there's not a single soul on that bench. They're all standing up with one of the assistant coaches and doing one of their workouts over there, keeping the players fresh, keeping the blood pumping. And that'll be sent in by DiStefano and out of play. So a little banter there with the referees. Obviously, somebody's not happy about something, and he lays down the hammer, lays down the law. Goes back to number 25. Again, that being Themsfeld, who scored that first goal 4 minutes in. Goes straight through the legs of Bocacci. Now it's going to be headed the other way, in the direction of Dufresne. And again goes back to Themsfeld. Going back and forth there between Hebos. Gets a lot of distance on that one. Camden County intercepts it on the far side of the field by Iratono. Finds a spot in the middle, sends this one straight away and high. Couldn't have placed that one better, but maybe a little bit lower. If that ball's probably about 2 or 3 feet lower, you might be talking about a crossbar shot, or even worse, a 2-0 game against RCSJ here. So, look, these guys are trying to hold their own. They've only scored a handful of goals in the past 10 years. They've only scored 8 goals in this matchup against Camden County since we have records dating back to 2014. And went out of play DiStefano brought that one in, went back to DeFrake, and goes back to Hebos. That'll be on Camden County. But, you know, RCSJ has had a lot of years developing their program. You know, back in 2015, they went 4-11, and they had a lot of years of, you know, kind of fledgling 500 ball. And especially when you're only playing 16, 18 matches a season, it's not easy to adjust to that and, you know, recruit to become a winning program. Because it's not like a traditional four-year university where you can build your roster, you know, over a long-term plan. Your roster basically changes over every year, and it changes over completely every 2 years. So, as a head coach and as somebody who has to recruit for a program like this, it's not easy. Sends this one to the right of the goal, and Hebos is in there. About 25 minutes left in the first half. Because this is operated with an electronic scoreboard, no worries about extra time and no worries about guessing how much time is left on the clock. We've got our answer, 24:50. Almost halfway through the first half. Line drive over the head again and on to Delaware. A couple good touches there near the box for Camden County, but they just haven't been able to finish properly. And that's going to be something that might haunt them later in the game if RCSJ gets a late run and sends themselves back in it. You know, Camden County lost 3-1, or excuse me, RCSJ lost 3-1 last year in the same rendition of this game at Rutgers Camden, where we are right now. So this is, you know, this is a matter of making sure that everybody does their fair share, gets their 2 cents. And Camden County went out to a 2-0 lead in the first half. They scored one more in the second before RCSJ salvaged a goal, eventually for a 3-1 fall. And that was just one of their 4 losses, 4 regulation losses, that is, in 2023. Alonzo sends this one over to Themsfeld, who again had that corner kick 4 minutes in, and gave Camden County that lead that they have not surrendered so far. And again, he's playing towards the corner, gets deflected, and it goes out of play. This will be a corner here for Camden County. Gets a good angle on it, gets a lot of curve, but it will go past everyone and it will escape into the other corner. A throw in here. Camden County gets another hand on it. Goes to DiStefano. Now RCSJ's on a breakaway. Here we go. Here's a chance. He's got 2 men on 1. Now he gets intercepted. Just couldn't finish on that one. They had something going. That's one of their best chances that they've had tonight, but just haven't been able to execute so far. Camden County is looking to bring in 3 substitutes at the moment. A nice sliding stop there by Charlie Scheel. As we said, we're going to be talking about him a lot tonight. He's been putting himself in the spotlight in a lot of great defensive plays there, and that will be against Camden County. So getting ready to come into this one is going to be number 7, Victor Salas, number 9, Philippe Falaven, and number 17, Patrick Lopez Santos. 1-0, Camden County. Just about halfway through the first half. Here on this nice summer night. Sends that one away, gets some good angles on it. And Dufresne sends that one back to DeStefano. Lekashivi gets another foot on that one. Flanagan charging. Goes back to Bocacci. Sends this one on the far sideline. Getting a foot on it, number 21, Marius Schottler. And RCSJ will have a sub of their own, number 9, that being Mitchell Jean-Jacquet. And number 20 as well, Jermaine Okiki, one of those 3 Lindenwold alums we were talking about earlier, along with Martinelli and Hernandez. That'll go out of play. How about this Philly skyline to our left? We have an excellent view of what we got going on here. So some folks coming out, some folks coming in. Handful, as we said before, 3 coming in for Camden County. Just a beautiful night here in Camden. Salas, who just came into the game, along with Santos and another player as well, one of 3 to come in for Camden County. They're midway through this first half. Goes back to Alonso on the far side. Goes back to DeStefano. Back to Schottler. Working a little backwards here. Going to the Frake. Can you check on that Wi-Fi real quick? Does Wi-Fi have that? It's not a touchscreen. Interested in advertising. He got a double touch on that. That was kind of a gaffe. I don't know. Peters. Yeah, they're going to have a PK on this, it looks like. Glad to have everybody back. Camden County did score again on a penalty kick, and they now lead 2-0 here with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. Again, we apologize for losing you for those 5 minutes, but the internet here is not all that reliable, and we had an issue with our Wi-Fi hotspot, so we're getting back into it here with a 2-0.
Early Romeo! Early Romeo!
That goes to DeStefano.
Blue! Blue!
All right, we are back on the air. Again, we apologize. We've had a lot of internet issues here in Camden. Please stay patient with us. This is our first game in a long time here at this specific field. So it seems like when one thing goes right, another thing blacks out on us. So, but yes, we are trying our best. 2-0 Camden here with about 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first half.
Changed the whole dynamic of our team. Yeah, that was Diamond, that was Yaz, that was Kyler, Coughlin. We went from very quick to nothing. Very slow. Very quick. Kadena was our quickest player. Bella was up there. Yeah. Bella was getting rid.
Nemsfeld has it.
That's a great kick, but that was the problem. Myers playing 42.
Kind of riding this out towards the end of the first half. Maybe they're looking to get another insurance here in the first.
At our workout, she can't but she's a fool.
Gets blocked. And coming in on this one, 2 subs in for Camden County. That being number 20. That being Sam Smith. And looks like Salas is coming back in here. Gets blocked on the side, sets up a good shot, gets blocked by Peters at the post. Sent off the leg of number 9, which is Philippe Falaven. This one's got a little too much on it. Goes back to Hivos here in the goalpost. Closing in on 1 minute left in the first half. Camden County leads 2-0. Goes over to DiStefano again. Just over 30 seconds left, sending this one over. Alfie Irving. Back to Alonzo, and back to DiStefano. And over towards Sam Smith. As this one gets knocked out, DiStefano will end up throwing this one in with 15 seconds. Remember, not playing extra time here, just playing it as it is with the electronic scoreboard. Smith cuts towards the line, and they're going to say that one's out, but they're not going to have time, as that will end the first half with a score of 2-0 at the end of the first 45 minutes here. So Camden County got an early goal 4 minutes in, and then a penalty kick that we missed due to Wi-Fi issues in the area ended up making a 2-0 game. But honestly, considering that how that goal conspired, RCSJ might not want that goal on tape. We'll be right back. We've got a 15-minute break, and we've got 45 more minutes of Region 19 soccer right on the way here on DWB. All right, I need you to play both commercials and 2 archive clips.
Gotcha. You got it.
That just stresses me out so much because we had a lot of people watching, and then the internet knocks out, and they're like, "Am I the only one whose live stream keeps buffering out?" And I'm just like, "Yeah." It just the comments that I get on some of the streams just tick me off sometimes.
What do you use, a hotspot or?
Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest product choices available, including all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Our goal is to provide our customers with a relaxing environment, and while we're not striving to be the biggest store on the East Coast, we're striving to be the best. No other pet store will make you feel at home like we do. At Garden State Pet Center, we view pets as members of the family. We don't believe in fast, high high-pressure sales, but instead matching up the right pet with the right owners, as you are making a lifelong commitment. Together with our team members, we would like your visit to our store to be both enjoyable and educational. Simply drop in and take a look around. View the birds, reptiles, small animals, toys, food, cages, and miscellaneous items. Learn of the services we have to offer and decide for yourself if this is the store you'd like to call your home away from home.
Victor Santucci, owner of Garden State Pet Center. Visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your pets' needs.
In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives, all while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
Late switch for the visitors. Again inside their 5. Oh, they're going to pitch this one back for the flea flicker. Touchdown, West! Oh my goodness! Taking inspiration from Nick Foles and Trey Burton. I think they just pulled off the Philly special. That is the greatest touchdown I have ever seen. Well, maybe not the greatest touchdown I've ever seen. Maybe that's stretching a little bit, but one of the greatest touchdowns we've seen in a long time. And it's a tie game. Will lead it off for the Senators. Chase Rollins, the player manager for CHP, gets it started with a ball upstairs, and we are underway in game 1. 1-0. That one is hit well out towards left, and it is gone off the top of the goalpost. Shane Adamski with a thunderous start to his playoff series. Second pitch of the game, a solo homer to left, and before I could even write the first name down in my scorecard, it's 1-0. At the start of half number 2, it's going to be Camden County 2, RCSJ 0. I'm Dan Wilkins here with my cameraman, Ben Nicholas, here tonight as we'll get ready to start. Just a hair past 8 o'clock here on this beautiful summer night. Camden County got a goal early, 4 minutes in, and then added another on a penalty kick during the time where we had internet issues up here. But knock on wood, they have been restored, and whatever issues we have, hopefully we'll keep a close eye on it, and we'll all be taken care of. So again, apologies for all the issues we've had tonight, but we're still getting used to it. Haven't done a game on this new laptop before. That's not like an exhibition golf event, so still getting used to the buttons and getting used to the more sophisticated side of getting a broadcast done here. But obviously trying to work out the kinks, trying to get everything done, but that'll be more important considering we have a football triple header this weekend. Thursday, August 29th, we kick off the football season with the Kip Cooper Titans and the Gateway Gators in South Jersey Group 1 action. On Friday night at 7 o'clock, we'll go down to Gloucester County for coverage between the Collingswood Panthers and the Clayton Clippers. And then on Saturday, August 31st at 11 a.m., it'll be a matchup like none other and a battle of the Reds between the Penns Grove Red Devils and the Paulsboro Red Raiders. Start time 11 a.m. Number 4, Bono Winhoven takes a fall there. It goes back to Nemsfeld, who scored the first goal of the game in minute number 4. Peters still in the goal for RCSJ. And Hebo's still in for Camden County, considering of his shutout effort. That one goes past the glove of Peters and goes out of play. And this will be a corner for Camden County. Just missed. And goes out of play onto the other side. Peters will take this one in. Wasting no time there. Now retrieves, goes back. And he sends this one away. A big push. And that'll be I thought they blew the whistle. Yeah, now it's going to be a free kick here. Want to avoid anything from getting intense here. Gets sent away. Sent in by number 13, Lucas Fry, the sophomore. Gets blocked. Goes past the other way for number 19, Pionkowski, and that'll be whistled dead. Free kick to be sent in by Noah Heights. Way up there. Comes back down. And that one's going to be sent out of play and towards the baseball field. Sun has set here at Camden. It's cooled down to a nice 80 degrees. Not a single cloud in the sky, and a beautiful day and a beautiful night for some Region 19 soccer here under the lights. Just about 4.5 minutes into the second half, and it is 2-0 Camden over Gloucester. I'm Dan Wilkins here with my cameraman, Ben Nicholas, tonight. They're going to, wow, RCSJ with an adverse reaction to that. Definitely not happy about it. And we might have a card here, at least for the reaction to the play, or maybe just a verbal warning, not sure, but I mean, it always depends. I've seen cards given out for just questioning a call, so, and then I've seen cards not being given out for even the most, what's it called, clear as day of egregious offenses. Camden County bringing it back the other way. Set up by Windhoven, and that one goes out. Actually, no, it stays in. Sorry, saw something else there. Goes parallel to goal and goes out of play towards the restrooms. And our rosters just flew away. We have one of two, but the second one is still lost. Oh, one of the student workers has it. We've been trying to hold them down all night, but easier said than done. We had one time where we had oh, hold on here. That one goes to the right of Peters. There's another shot of the Patco line going over from Philly into Jersey. Peters sends this one away, gets good distance on it, just shy of midfield.
Also makes it look a little official, too.
RCSJ back with the possession again, gets sent away by Hebos. And that one's out of play. Don't forget, we resume our high school soccer coverage on Monday, September 25th, in a huge Tri-County versus BCSL showdown between the Clearview Pioneers and the Delran Bears at 4 o'clock on Monday, September 25th. We also go back to our old alma mater for a game on Thursday, October 3rd for a 5 o'clock start. Hold on here. Gets a good shot, gets blocked and out of play. As we were saying, tune in on Thursday, October 3rd at 5 o'clock for a showdown of non-conference action between the Pittman Panthers and the Audubon Green Wave from my old alma mater, Audubon High, and the Green Wave Turf at 5 o'clock on Thursday, October 3rd. And along with that, Monday, October 8th is another one you want to look out for between two Tri-County rivals, the Delsea Crusaders and the Cumberland Colts. Those are our 3 high school games scheduled at the moment, but we will have a couple more on the way. Make sure to follow us on our social medias for more information on our high school soccer schedule for this fall. This is going to be a corner by number 12. I apologize. That is... No, that is number 12. Didn't have him on my roster at first. It's sent up, gets deflected off the head of a Roadrunner, and gets blocked by Peters, who will send this one out. That corner was by Elias Hurt, number 12. Big hit there. Keeping the energy up here early in the second half. And the sub, 1 in, 1 out for Camden County. Number 15, Alfie Irving, is in, and Elias Hurt is out, who had that corner a couple of minutes ago. Camden County once again on their own side, trying to send it back the other way and into the opposing territory. And that's out. But yeah, as we were saying, that's going to be a fun matchup in October with all things considered. You know, our two biggest markets on DWB, maybe outside of like Gloucester Catholic and Gateway, are Pittman and Audubon. Those are the two biggest viewership markets on DWB. So a game where the two teams are going to be playing against each other is going to be a fun one, especially under the lights from the Green Wave turf on that first Thursday in October. As this one is sent on the corner and in. Goal, Camden County. So they tack on their second goal of the night on a corner kick. And it looks like it's another one by Ole Themsveld to make it a 3-0 Camden lead. And again, looking like deja vu of last year's event between these two teams, where Camden County got 2 goals in the first, 1 in the second, and then RCSJ got one back in the second half. So we'll see if they can salvage a couple goals and get themselves back in the game. But it's not, I mean, they've got a lot of time for things to change, but it's not like you've got all the time in the world. 33 minutes seems like a lot, but if you break it down, you got to average 1 goal every 11 minutes. Got a player down for Camden County. That's number 15, Alfie Irving, who goes down on the collision there in the midsection. Let's see if they asked him to stop the clock. Being attended to by the referee, and he will be lifted up by De Stefano. And he appears to walk off under his own power.
The score is 3-0. That's all. Time's good. Yeah, time is good.
Coming in for Camden County is number 29.
He said he got it. He said he's done it. You want me to do the follow the camera with you?
I got it. I figured it out. I got it. I figured it out.
All right, so whatever was going on with the scoreboard was fixed. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was like, it's not a 5-0 game, but so it goes past midfield, hugging the far sideline.
Oh, okay, thank you.
This will be brought back into the goalkeeper, Hebos. Might pass this to Themsveld. Gets a long ball on this one, 1-on-1. That was sent in by number 25, Jeffrey Melcy. Tense spot here with Flanagan sending it out of the goal. Goes over the head of Themsveld. And he'll send this one across the street and into the parking lot, or just short of the parking lot of the luxury apartments on Main Street. Wow. That one's just going to roll right down the sidewalk. How about that? Second ball to go into the street tonight. Heading towards the 60-minute mark. About a half hour to play. Sets him up well in the middle here. good touch from number 22. And we'll have a couple subs coming in, including number 18, which is Enzo Lemarchand. Leaves the goal open. Camden County had a good shot there, but didn't get it. Lemarchand sets him up well. And then back to number 21, Schlatter. I mean, you got to consider that a 3-0 game in a matchup where both of these teams are nationally ranked. Camden County number 7, Roadrunners 8. You know, I guess in college football terms, it's like Ohio being up 3 scores on Alabama or Georgia. You know, it's surprising, to say the least. But, you know, considering both of these teams are coming off of historic seasons in their club and their program, definitely make things a little interesting here. And Camden County's goalkeeper yelling out, "Let's keep moving, let's keep moving." But like we said, you know, this is a comeback that is not impossible by any means. Saw it with Palmyra and Burlington Township in October last year. We saw a game where Burlington Township was up 3-0 on their home court, or on their home pitch, and then Palmyra scored 3 goals in 5 minutes to tie the game. Eventually took the lead, and the final score of that game was 4-3. In favor of Palmyra in a huge South Jersey matchup there in the Burlington County League. There's a liner. Goes to the left.
We've got a kid this year, like, he's from Columbia. Oh, really? He's a little kid named Juan. But we gave out uniforms yesterday, and we had Adidas uniforms. This one said,
Hugs the short sideline.
was like gold. Like, he was like, he couldn't believe that it was free.
With Bocacci on that ball. And it goes over to number 6. That being Lekishvili again. We've got one sub ready in the waiting in front of us.
Matt's son? He tore his ACL.
That being number 3, Aiden Cassidy. And also number 19, Lenny Lemarchand.
Should be cleared in a month, and then we'll start the off-season program and stuff, and then the season ends in November. Didn't have enough attention.
Woo. Oh my goodness. Never know what you're going to see in Camden. And hey, they'll give you a parking ticket for parking in a permit lot when there's nowhere else to park in the city, but they won't ticket that. They won't ticket the dirt bikes either. That one goes over midfield. Back to Themsfeld. I mean, we had countless stories. You know, we've covered Rutgers Camden baseball for the past 2 years sporadically, and you know, one of the things that was a glaring issue was parents of the baseball players were getting fees and tickets for parking when every single lot around is a permit lot. You know, there's not a lot of accessible public parking that doesn't require you to walk 8 blocks to the stadium. That one is sent away to the far side. And like we said, those 2 subs coming in, Aiden Cassidy and Lenny Lemarchand. That one goes up, gets knocked back down by Bocacci again. Gets blocked by Flanagan. He goes down. Trying to set up a shot. They're close to the goal. They've had a couple of chances blocked. A spin move sets it up, and it's to the left. Didn't have a lot of power on that from number 22. That being Renz Verlier. Well, how about this? Themsfeld will be taking another corner kick. He's already had 2 tonight, and they're both on corners. 2 of Camden's 3 goals have been on corners before. So we'll have to see what he can do here. Sets it up well and just missed. It can't all be winners, but definitely a good opportunity there for Camden to try to extend the lead. There's a line drive, hits off the chest of number 15, Alfie Irving, and it goes out of play again. On to the far side, it'll be thrown in by the Roadrunners. Handful of subs getting ready to come in here for Gloucester. A plethora of them, 5, 6, 7. And a handful of freshmen as well. We were talking about earlier, you know, all the new kids on the block here at RCSJ, and there's a list of them right on your screen there with their high schools that they represented next to them. Dylan Kodama, the midfielder, is the only representative on this Roadrunners team that is not from Jersey. He comes from Manhattan Beach, California. Trust me, I saw Manhattan and I'm like, oh, he's not too far. Nope, Manhattan Beach, California. The only non-New Jersey-based player on this Roadrunners club. So we've got ready to come in for Camden County, number 9, that being Philippe Falavin. A huge hold there. And a couple words exchanged. Getting back at it here. Coming in hot with Bocacci here. And he'll send that one away onto the grass. So look at all those Roadrunners coming in. A plethora of them coming in here with 21 minutes to go in the second half. Again, don't forget we've got 3 high school soccer games scheduled for the months of September and October, and they are not matchups that you want to miss. Monday, September 25th, 4 o'clock between the Clearview Pioneers and the Delran Bears. And then Thursday, October 3rd, between the Pittman Panthers and the Audubon Green Wave. And then Tuesday, October 8th, is Delsey and the Crusaders versus Cumberland Colts. But we'll be adding a couple more games throughout the months as we move along in this fall season. Of course, you're watching coverage of Region 19 men's soccer here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. If you have any questions or comments about today's broadcast, drop me a line at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com. Whistle blown there. That'll be on RCSJ. Another sub getting ready to come in here for Camden County, and it's going to be number 20, Sam Smith. No relation to the singer, at least as far as I'm concerned. This will be a free kick by number 25. That being Themsfeld, who has 2 goals tonight, and that one just missed by a hair. So another sub coming in for RCSJ, that being number 8, which is one of our original starters, Tyler Lowe. This will be sent away by Peters. Past the 70-minute mark, under 20 minutes left in the second half. One Roadrunner takes a fall. Hard to tell on the far side of the pitch there. That one goes out of play. This broadcast is brought to you by our good friends over at Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators. The semi-pro wrestling organization takes their talents to Riverton on Saturday, September 28th, including reigning champion Breaker Morant and former WWE Tag Team Specialist Tank Toland, along with WWGP champion Biggie Biggs, and a special appearance by ECW original Jim Molyneux. Tickets are $20 at the door at Sacred Heart Church on 103 4th Street in Riverton. Bell time 7:30 on Saturday, September 28th. Lines that one towards the far side, keeps it on the ground. Off the foot of Le Marchand. That one goes back in. Trying to keep the progression forward here, but RCSJ intercepts it. They've got a chance the other way. They're outmanned, and yeah, just not a great carry on that one. Didn't execute that one, and it goes to the far side. A lot of blocking near the corner flag. This one goes over the head of everybody. Now Camden County's going to have momentum the other way. Gets blocked, but has another chance here. Back-to-back headers. A shoulder leaned in and sent out of play by number 6, Dmitry Lekishvili. Didn't get the right angle on that. Leans in with the head, goes back down to Themsville. And RCSJ is going to send this back the other way.
It just requires you to know, like, be a basketball player. Curl a screen so that the defender has to sag up.
Racing in for that one is the goalkeeper, Mr. Lucas Hebos. Close call there on that reception by the goalkeeper, Hebos. Sends this one to the side, towards the short sideline. Camden County again trying to charge the other way. Themsville passes, gets intercepted, but gets knocked out of bounds towards the press box. And just a hair over 15 minutes left in this one in regulation. RCSJ definitely needs to step it up here in the last portion of tonight's festivities to get a chance, or else Camden County will be on their way to their 10th consecutive victory in this head-to-head matchup. As we said, RCSJ has scored 8 goals in the last 10 years in this matchup. So Camden has historically been the better team. But that doesn't mean anything isn't possible here. It'll be sent away by Peters. Brings that one down. Headed to the far sideline with Cassidy in play. Gets knocked away by Hebos, and he'll send that one away. Cuts over to the left. With Lenny Lemarchand on that one. Goes right past and a big hit. Taking a hard fall there at being Smith. Hebo signals, stops it, and brings it back to Phil. Hebo sends this one away. A big leg on that one, goes well past midfield. Roadrunners deflect it. And he's got a chance, but now another big leg from Colin Peters. Leads that one in with a couple of touches. And out of play on the far side. Don't forget our next broadcast is Thursday, August 29th, as we kick off the 2024 DWB football season with the Kip Cooper Charter Titans and the Gateway Gators. Kip Cooper entering their second full-time football campaign and their first as a member of the WJFL. On Friday, August 30th, we've got the Collingswood Panthers and the Clayton Clippers in South Jersey Group 1 action, and then another South Jersey Group 1 action. In fact, all three games this upcoming weekend are going to be South Jersey Group 1 competitors, with Saturday, August 31st being an 11 a.m. start between the Pennsgrove Red Devils and the Paulsboro Red Raiders, a battle of the Reds. And of course, on Friday, September 6th, it's a game that you do not want to miss, as there was a very clear hand there. Very clear handball. I mean, I'm not a soccer savant, but if I can tell that that's a handball, then there's definitely a good chance it's a handball. That one goes on the far side, back towards number 7. That being Aiden Clark, another freshman.
Yeah, coach.
That one goes out of play. Luckily, not into the street this time. Wonder if somebody went out to retrieve that ball, or it might still be rolling into the Delaware towards the Hilton Garden Inn. Felt sends it on the ground back towards number 29, Sam Hamilton, the freshman. Gets some good height on it, goes back down to Clark, knocks it down, splits the gap through the middle. And he had 3-on-1 and didn't get anything out of that. No subs this time, but hold on here, a little bit of confusion. We've got a sub waiting on the sideline, number 22. Who we do not have on our roster. Actually, I'm sorry, it is Renz Verleer. That one sent in on the free kick after the foul. That one goes out. And we've got a player down for Camden County, and that's Demsfeld. Coming out of the game on that substitution is going to be Lechaville, but we're going to stop the clock here.
I see him. He's a big guy. He'll get up.
Well, they put up the hands to stop the clock, is what we're confused about. I guess we'll keep it rolling then. Oh, okay, now they're putting it back on. Okay, that was a little weird, a short stoppage, but even after the injury stoppage, he will stay in the game. Actually, no, he's going to be taken out here on the short sideline for Demsfeld. It appears that he is okay. Another player goes down but hops up quickly.
I went to the Austin Hayes first game. Yeah. He hit the ball literally here. You saw him run? I was eating a beer in my life. I literally could have caught the ball. The dude caught the ball.
Big leg from Peters. Sends this one way over the middle circle.
How much I would have been, I literally could have caught the ball. But I was getting a beer in my life.
Camden County driving again, now under 10 minutes to play.
Especially when I know it's coming.
Towards the corner flag, Camden County with a crossover. Gets blocked and out of play.
You think coaches on the phone with like recruits, like on the recruiting trail?
So Camden County will once again have a corner kick. 2 of their 3 goals tonight have come that way. Gets blocked. They'll have another chance trying to send this back the other way. Keeps it on the ground. Roadrunners all over. Takes a shot off of his nose, and it goes out of play. Had a big opportunity there. Like we said, Camden County's been really efficient on the corner kicks tonight. They've had plenty of them, but they've scored 2 of their 3 goals in that manner. First goal of the night, 4 minutes in, came on that corner kick from Themsfeld. Second came at the 27th minute on a penalty kick after an error by the RCSJ goalkeeper. And then the third came here early in the second half, once again by Themsfeld on a corner kick. There you go. Sends this one the other way. Gets a shoulder. Gets a tug. And flying all over the place. That one's going to go in no man's land. Hebos backpedaling. And Cassidy will tap this one back to his goalkeeper, Hebos. Gets a good leg on that one. Again, sending it the other way. Gets a knock and a chance. And a goal. 4-0. Had a good setup on that one, and by the time they had gotten into a good rhythm, they were gone. And in the 83rd minute, they score their 4th of the night off the leg of number 17. And that will be Patrick Lopez Santos, who scores the 4th goal of the night. So Camden County extends their lead to 4-0. Roadrunners get the first touch here after the goal. Jermaine Okiki sends this one down. And they might have another chance, as rolling on that one is Santos again. Did kind of a quasi-somersault and gets back on his feet. Knocked in the air, gets sent back down by Clark. Rushing in again, bobbled it a couple times, but Colin Peters again saves the day and gets that one through. High in the air. Barely grazes off of number 18, that being Enzo Lemarchant. And now just under 6 minutes to play. As we said, with the electronic scoreboard running here at the Rutgers Camden Community Park, no extra time, no guessing when the game is going to end. It will end when the clock hits 0. No ifs, ands, or buts. Takes a big shot there. Ball rolls up. Gets a hitter again. Goes back down on the far side towards midfield. And all the way back to Aiden Cassidy in the defensive back. Ebos calling for it. I guess that's where my baseball forte ends up coming, seeping through the broadcast a little bit there. Since I think everybody knows soccer is not my number one sport, but they're going to call a hand on Camden County there. I think there was one time 2 years ago we had a game where I was kind of calling, minding my own business, and Camden County's going to get the ball back. And they're kind of outmanning RCSJ here, now blocking in the corner. RCSJ defends their post, goes back towards Dufresne, and all the way on the other side of the field for number 26, Ruben Marsden. And 4 minutes left. Flanagan keeps that one on the ground. Also in the game, number 29, Sam Hamilton, and number 19, Lenny Lemarchand. Not sure if they're going to make any other substitutions. RCSJ has substituted in a lot of their freshmen for this final 20-minute stretch, and they allowed 1 goal in that span. Now turning back from Lemarchand. Back to Dufresne. Goes to number 18. That being Enzo Lemarchand, one of the 2 Lemarchand brothers here on this Camden County team. They lead 4-0 with 3:20 left in regulation. Camden County looking to salvage a couple goals. Camden County, who, as we said, has won the last 9 consecutive matchups. Some of them being played here. The ones that weren't were 2020 due to COVID, 2015 due to rain. That game was rescheduled to mid-October, October 15th of 2015. But either way, Camden County has been the superior team in this matchup, at least in recent history. And they are on their way potentially to winning once again in this head-to-head matchup. Sent back towards Dufresne. Tries to barrel his way through, takes a shot off the face. And it's going to go through anyway. That's a goal. And in the final 2 minutes, that now makes it 5-0.
It's almost like you have to really do math to say plus every time. You can't just predict it.
Coach Cameron Kristen telling him, get the heck up. So, I mean, this is a passionate, a passionate coach. You know, we were just not even listening, but just hearing his speech during halftime. You know, you could have been up 10-0, and he would have still pointed out the things he did wrong. And that's not a bad thing. That shows a coach that cares. It hits off the goalpost, doesn't go. But in what is a 5-0 game, that 5th goal scored by Philippe Falaven.
Yes, Aiden!
90 seconds left. Roadrunners trail the Cougars 5-0 This is their first game of the season, so Camden County would improve to 1-0, and RCSJ would fall to 0-1 on the very young campaign. The next 5 for for RCSJ: Mercer County on the Thursday, September 5th, Montgomery County on Saturday, September 7th, and then 2 more home games on the row. Actually, they start off their season with 6 straight home games: Mercer, Montgomery, Middlesex, Sussex County, RCSJ Cumberland, and Morris County, with their first road game being September 24th at Union College. Dillon reaching all out for that one. That gets sent away. 30 seconds on the clock. I think player of the game for this one has to be Ole Themsfeld, who got 2 corner kicks home for a goal. And by the time they had that second goal late in the second half off of the direct free kick, it was just a lot easier for them to take the momentum and put this game away with a 5, a 4, and a 3, and we are done. That will not go. They did get it in the goal, but it's not going to count. And it's going to be a 5-0 final as Camden County once again takes control of this one early and starts off the campaign on their right foot. After going 12-2 in the prior campaign, they start off the season with an 1-0. Gloucester falls to 0-1. As we said, they play Mercer County on Thursday and Montgomery County of Pennsylvania on Saturday, September 7th. So that'll be all for us tonight. And player of the game definitely has to be Themsfeld. 2 corner goals, just really gave it everything he had. And, they gave themselves one heck of a ride. And it was one of those situations where, last year's game was a lot closer. A 3-1 final, 2 goals in the first half, and the Roadrunners were able to salvage a goal in the second half of that game, but tonight they weren't as lucky and dealing with a lot of a younger roster, not dealing with Luke Lomax in the goal spot. Not going to be an easy situation for any of them. So big win for Camden County as they look to bring home another championship here in 2024. From everybody here at Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, our next broadcast will be Thursday, August 29th, at Gateway Regional High School in Woodbury Heights between the Kip Cooper Titans and the Gateway Gators as we kick off a 25-game slate in the football season for 2024. From our entire crew, our social media coordinators, Brandon the Kegerland and Keely Curran, our graphics crew, Gavin Van Rel, Caleb Lane, and Nelson Reeves. My producer and cameraman, Ben Nicholas, I am Dan Wilkins. We will see you on Thursday under the lights from Gateway in Woodbury Heights. Have a good one, folks.
There we go.
All right.